If you hear my voice and if you see my face, you are now in tune to another episode of Conversation with Omeezy. Remember, this is not an interview. It's not a podcast. It's a conversation. And today I'm having a conversation with an icon, an R&B legend, singer, songwriter, producer, father, Donell Jones. Donell Jones, how you doing, bro?
Brother, how you, man?
Man,
Good.
first of all, I got to tell you, it's an honor to have you here.
I appreciate that.
Like, you just don't know I'm a big fan. You've been a part of my life. You've been a part of the soundtrack to my life. And I'm honored to have you today, bro.
Appreciate it.
I salute. First question I got to ask you is, how you feeling today, man?
Awesome, man.
How your
awesome.
vibe?
Man, beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I dig that, man. Let's get right into it, dog. What was that moment where Donell Jones said, you know, I love music. I can sing. I can do this.
When I heard Michael Jackson, Lady of My Life,
Yeah.
and I started singing it, I probably was around like maybe 13, 12, 13, you know what I'm saying, when that record came out. And chicks used to ask me to sing it.
Yeah.
And I sounded just like Michael Jackson on that record when I was that young. So that's how I knew.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great record, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, what was your first big crowd, like as a youth, like before you became Donell Jones, the superstar?
You mean like as far as like just singing in front of people?
Yeah, singing in front of people. Yeah.
High school,
High school,
in the
Talent
lunchroom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talent show.
Yeah.
Probably around like maybe 14, 15 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
you one of the guys who tore up the city at all the talent shows? You used to
I had
win
a group.
everything? Okay.
I had a group. So my group was called Porsche. It was
Okay.
a 4-member group. And we went around Chicago. We had a lot of shows around Chicago.
Yeah.
And I think our biggest crowd probably was at the Regal Theater.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know about that, but
I
the
don't
Regal
know,
Theater
but anything Regal sound big.
It's a Regal Theater in Chicago. It's kind of like the Apollo.
Okay.
So we had a show there. So that's probably like the biggest crowd I've been in front of.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I dig that, man. So, is this the same group you met Eddie F with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell me about your journey with Eddie F, man. I know he's a big part of your story.
Yeah, so we took a trip. Me and my group took a trip to Washington, D.C. around like 93. And what happened was we had a showcase, but nobody came to the showcase.
Yeah.
So we decided to go outside and sing for everybody who walked outside. So
Yeah.
Eddie happened to be one of those people.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, man, I want to sign y'all. Just don't sing for nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
And, quite naturally, we ain't believe it. So we just went outside and started singing for everybody else. He was like, nah, nigga, I want to sign y'all for real.
Yeah.
So about 2 months later, he sent us plane tickets from New York to come up to New York. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Eddie F, for those who don't know, Eddie F is a legendary figure, right? He
Heavy D's DJ.
Heavy D's DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had dealings with Uptown and that situation, right? Or
Say that.
the Eddie F, he was around like the Uptown
He
scene,
was
right?
there. That was his whole thing. Uptown, you know what I'm saying? He did stuff with Albie Shore, Christopher Williams, just countless artists on that label.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. So around that time, before you popped off as an artist, what was on your playlist? Like, who was some of the artists that you was like, man, this some dope shit, or I got to work with him when I get where I want to be?
I mean,
well, that was early '90s, right?
Yeah,
Late
early
80s?
'90s. But I'm saying like as far as the artists I listen to,
Yeah.
Ozzy Brothers, Alicia Myers, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
R. Kelly,
Yeah.
Jodeci,
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, SWV. I can go on for days. I listen to everybody.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
you
saying? Like
music
from the '70s all the way to the '90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would you say like Michael Jackson is one of your biggest influence?
Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, the Isley Brothers. Yep.
Yeah. Were you ever able to meet Michael?
Nah, I never met him, man.
Okay.
That was the one thing I didn't get a chance to do.
Okay. What about Stevie?
I met Stevie.
Okay. What was
For
that
sure.
like, man? What was that experience like?
Amazing. You know what I'm saying? I ended up I recorded one of his records.
Yeah. I know.
So,
There's a story
I mean,
behind that. I gotta ask you a
Yeah,
question.
so I mean, when I got a chance to meet him, he was like, "Yo, man, great job, man. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Thanks for making me some more money."
Okay. So you really
Yeah.
did not hear his version of that song before you recorded?
I did not.
Wow.
I did not, man. I did not. I didn't even know it was a Stevie record because if
Yeah.
I had known it, I wouldn't have touched it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have did that.
Because I remember being younger, and I honestly, I ain't trying to make nobody feel older in here, but I thought that was your record coming up until I heard Stevie.
That ain't my
First.
record, man.
Like I
That's
told
the
you, man,
that's the King record.
You were the soundtrack of my life, man.
I
You were part of that, so
appreciate
I thought I was like,
No, man,
let's
that's
sing
Stevie
Donell
Wonder right
Jones.
there, bro. That's
yeah.
Stevie, man.
Yeah, I definitely learned.
Yeah.
Salute to
Yep.
legendary Stevie Wonder, man.
For sure.
So I gotta ask, how important is Chicago? How important is Chicago to your journey, man? Like, do you feel like Donell Jones would be Donell Jones without Chicago?
Nah, man. I mean, everything about me in Chicago.
Yeah.
My swag, the way I dress, the way I look, you know what I'm saying, the way I carry myself.
Yeah.
Having them hats tilted to the right. You know what I'm saying? You know, my dress, my everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything about me in Chicago. The way my music, my style of music, the music I listened to growing up. Yeah. All Chicago.
Okay. Yep. So in my research, man, I seen you was able to write for a young Usher coming up.
I did, man. That was a great opportunity. Eddie had hit me up. I was back in Chicago after my group broke up. He was like, yo, I want you to fly back out to New York. I'm working on this new kid. I want you to write a song for him. Yeah. I wrote this song called You Took My Heart with Eddie. And then Puff had heard that record, and he was trying to get somebody to write to this hip-hop beat that he had, which was Think of You. Wow. He said he tried to get a lot of people to write to it. He called me up. I had something to it like immediately. Me and Faith wrote that record for Usher.
Wow. Yeah. I did not know that.
So Usher was dope back then, man. Incredible, man. I knew he was going to be a star.
Yeah, you seen it early.
I seen it, man. Like he could sing, he had the dancing, and he was young. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he had it, man, already.
Yeah, man. So, tell me about the group breaking up. Like, how was that transition like from going to group to solo artist?
All right, so crazy story, man. So we at Eddie's house recording, trying to make some records for the group. A couple of the guys was into basketball, you know what I'm saying? So, they went outside, played some basketball, thought about it, came in Eddie's crib and busted a couple holes in his wall. So at that particular time, Eddie was like, everybody got to get out. Yeah. He sent everybody back home, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically when they was back home, he needed me to come back out. That's how I came back out to do the Usher project. Okay. You know
Just you.
Just me.
Yeah.
So while I was there, I recorded a song called In the Hood. And he was like, yo, go back home and record the song with the group. Okay. I'm going to get y'all a deal. So I went back home, and the guys was like, nah, I ain't recording that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we broke up. Wow. Yeah, that was the end of it.
So I'm going to jump a little bit. How do you feel about the reemergence, if I'm saying the word right, of In the Hood? Because I'm saying you see it all over TikTok, all over, it's on my little cousin playlist. He's 15.
I love it.
That's amazing.
I love it, man. I love it. I mean, because it's like when you make something, you never know where it's gonna go. You don't know if it's a hit. You don't know. You just doing something because you like it. Yeah. That's all. That's what I've always done. I just done the type of music that I like. Yeah. And for it to be around 20 years later, 30 years later, I'm sure people in my position that has made music that stayed the test of time feel the same way I do. It's like when it's a blessing, man. Yeah. That's all God.
That's crazy, man. In the Hood, So tell me about, because we know the original version and we know the remix. Whose idea was to put the flip on the remix?
Oh, that was mine.
Oh yeah,
that was me. Yeah. That was me. Yeah. Me and my man Mook Daddy and Eddie F. We got together, and I love that. The reason I chose that record because I fell in love with Menace to Society. Yeah. And when that record played in Menace to Society, it was I was like, I'm using that, and I used it, man. It just turned out real dope. It just turned out real dope. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
That's dope, man. So, take me to your interest to LaFace Records.
Wow. So after I did the record with Usher, again I had just did the In the Hood song. I went back to try to get my boys to sing it with me. Yeah. They wouldn't do it. So when I come back, I tell Eddie they ain't really want to do the song. Yeah. He was like, all right, well fuck it, just record that motherfucker yourself. Yeah. I'm going to get you a deal. Yeah. And that's what happened. I did that record. I did another record called Yearning. Okay. And then he was like, yo, I got a meeting set up with L.A. Reid. We going to fly to Atlanta. So we came out here and had a meeting with L.A. His wife, Pebbles, at the time, had played him a couple of my records. Because, Eddie gave us some of the records, I guess, and she played them for him. She was like, yo, that dude is dope. Yeah. So I came down, met with him. He had me sing something for him in person, which was a song called Yearning. Yeah. And he was like, yo, just come back with a finished album. You know what I'm saying? I'm signing you. Wow. They already had confidence in me because they knew I had wrote the songs for Usher. So I think at that time they was looking for a self-contained artist who could produce and write some of his own material. Yeah. And I fit that.
Yeah, you're a part of that elite class of producer, songwriter, singer who can do the whole thing. You got the whole package. Can you give me 3 other producers that you feel that you admire that do kind of the same thing?
Oh shit, Babyface.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder. I mean, it's too many I can name.
Okay, yeah.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Tank.
Yeah.
Man, it's so many brothers out here that can write and produce and do their own music. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like those are the artists that stay the test of time. Because it's like we're writing from the heart. Mm-hmm. And when you write something that you've been through and it's your experience, you give it a different type of energy.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. So, you in Atlanta. Tell me about the first time Donell Jones comes to Atlanta.
I think that was around like the Freaknik time.
well, tell me about the first time Donell Jones comes to Atlanta as the artist. How did you like Atlanta the first time you got here?
I love Atlanta, man. I mean, they had it when I first came down here. We was on the college tour, so we did the Clark, we did Morris Brown, like just all of. We had a college circuit.
Yeah.
So we performed at all the schools. Mm-hmm. And back then, I mean, I'm in my 20s too.
Yeah.
So you can imagine.
And you sing
yeah. So it was wild, you know what I'm saying? It was fun.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
Yeah. I bet.
The 90s.
Yeah. So that's around that Freaknik era, that Kilo. You got to experience some of that Atlanta culture.
Atlanta was popping, man. Atlanta was popping big.
I dig that. Knock me off my feet, man. I know we spoke about it earlier, man, but I know the legendary Stevie Wonder did it first, man. But you did a hell of a job on that record too.
Man, I appreciate it. Like, dude, if I'd have known that was his record, I wouldn't have touched it.
Yeah,
I would have been too scared to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real. I salute that. You also wrote 702, Get It Together, correct?
Yeah.
Was that song initially meant for you? Or?
No. I had a girl group at the time.
Okay.
And I had wrote it for them. Mm-hmm. And I had played it for Eddie, and Eddie was like, "Nah, you can't get that song to them. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this to Motown because he had moved. He had went to Motown. Then he was working for Motown.
Okay.
He was like, I'm gonna take this to Motown. We working on this girl group, and you gonna put this shit on them.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Quite naturally, my girl group, they was mad, but he seen the bigger picture, and it just worked out.
It was for the better.
It was perfect.
What happened to the girl group, man? Shit happened.
They songs with 702.
Besides Left Eye, were you able to work with any other artists on LaFace records?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But I mean, like collab, like.
Nah. Well, you know, Left Eye. You know what I'm saying? You did say that though, right? Left Eye. Let me see who else I did something with. Nah, nobody else, man. Nobody else. Yep.
If you can go back, would you collab with? Because I would have loved to love to have heard a Donell Jones Outkast collab.
That would have been beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would have did that for sure.
Man, it seems like it's a lot of your R&B to the core, but I hear that hip hop in you, man.
Oh, for sure.
Like
for sure.
I was just in the car with my little brother, and we was listening to This Love. This love's waiting just for you. And like I was just thinking about that song, and I was just like Donell Jones might have been a little toxic. he was
I was all the way toxic. I know not a little bit. I was. Look, man, this is what we was doing in the 90s, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything was exactly. I was talking about what I was doing.
Yeah,
that's you know what I'm saying. We was up in the clubs. We was chilling. It was a beautiful time. We was in New York City.
Okay.
And I mean, the lifestyle was beautiful, man. It's when hip hop and R&B was like killing it.
Yeah.
And so just imagine being around that time, man. And being one of the guys who's known for doing great music. Yeah. So it was beautiful, man. Yeah.
And I love just how raw you kept it. Like no relationships involved.
No,
like man. That's like you didn't hear that much back in those
physical.
days. And,
see, our whole shit was I was supposed to be the male version of Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
And so that's why we did on my first album. We did a lot of hip hop tracks. Mm-hmm. Like the In the Hood remix.
Yep.
We did You Should Know, which had the Biggie beat. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of our stuff was over hip hop tracks.
Yeah.
So that's what our first initial thing was, to be like a male version of Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So take me back to that day when you first heard You Know What's Up beat. You wrote that song, correct?
I ain't write that one.
Okay, who wrote that?
That was written by I know Eddie F did it, Darren Lighty did it, Cliff Lighty did it, Bilal, who else? Anthony Hamilton.
Oh wow.
And I think another person.
That's amazing.
Wrote that song. Yeah, wrote that song.
So they bring this record to you. What's your first thought?
Well, the first time I heard the track, I thought it was dope as hell. But when they played the first song was something like, "Do you hear the car horn blow?" I ain't like that. Like the first record.
Hold up.
Nah, I ain't like that
What'd
shit.
you say?
It was something about when you hear the car horn blow.
Okay.
I ain't like that. So they went back and rewrote it. And they came back with, you know what's up? I was like, damn, this is a smash.
Yeah.
It's a smash. Because the beat was already killing. You had to have the right shit on top of them, that groove.
Got to.
Yeah.
Wow. So you know what's up could have been, do you hear the car horn blow?
Nah, I wasn't going to do that one. Nah, we weren't going to do that one.
I thank you, brother. I thank you.
Nah, we weren't going to do that one.
I don't know if people know how legendary the You Know What's Up video is, man. You had so many features from so many guest appearances in that video. You had a young T.I. in that video.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the first time the world seen Tip.
Yeah, it was.
Young Bloods, KP.
Yeah.
Left Out Herself.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
LaFace came out on that one.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely.
Like at that particular time, you know, my first single was Shorty Got Her Eyes on Me.
Oh, yeah.
It did all right, you know what I'm saying? So they knew that, you know, in order to make me pop, there had to be some type of association with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see groups come out, you see other people piggyback off of them. You know what I'm saying? Like being in a video, you're like, oh shit, I fuck with them because they fuck with them.
Yeah.
And so they knew it was important for me to have that type of have that. So they asked everybody to come out and be in a video, and everybody did. You know what I'm saying? That was beautiful, man. Because that video, like that was like the ice on the cake.
Yeah. So I know you said Shorty Got Eyes on Me was doing okay, right? But I'm gonna let you know now it went platinum in my house. Platinum in my household. I played. I DJ a couple R&B spots, and I play it every chance I get.
Now it's the lick now, but at that particular time, we just needed that record to jump off the whole joint, and You Know What's Up was like the perfect record to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, like, we got to get into one of the most iconic songs, I feel. Like, in my opinion, Where I Want to Be has to be ranked one of the greatest R&B songs. It has to be in that top 10. Like, and whoever, you see me, you can argue. We can argue all day because I'm ready to go back and forth with you. So, from what I know is R&B, it's in the top 10 for sure for me.
I appreciate you, man, for real.
Where I Want to Be. Can you just give us like a brief explanation on how that record came about?
I was living it.
Living it.
You know what I'm saying? I was living it. You know, I was with my older kids, mom. We was young. She was 14 when we met, and I was 17. We met in high school. And so when we got together, we had these kids, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was just starting the music and all that. But we grew up. Yeah. We had these kids together, so, you know, now, fast forward. Yeah. So now I'm Donell Jones. You know what I'm saying? And life is starting to change. Yeah. I'm seeing all these women out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road. And I'm not feeling the same way about her no more. I'm just keeping it real. You know, yeah. I'm seeing all the women I couldn't have. And so, you know, I wanted to write a song about it because that's how I was feeling. And that's how Where I Want to Be came about. You know, it was I was living it, and I needed to express myself, and usually how I do that is through writing and through music. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, it's like I said before, I DJ and I played in R&B parties, and it's definitely one of them songs where it's like choir rehearsal in the club when that song comes on. It's like crazy. You better not cut it. You better not cut it off in the middle. You better not. You got to play it. Sweetie did it did. You got to play it to the first bar. You got gangsters and thugs like saying it word for word.
Man, I never knew how many people, man, would gravitate to that song, but I found out that what I was going through, a lot of people in the world was going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, when you're writing from the heart, it's other people that's out there going through it. Yeah. 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 So, can you tell me about the climate of R&B in the late 90s and 2000s? Like, was it like a brotherhood, or was it like any slick beefs back then, or was it in unison? What was the vibe like? Because we don't have social media like we do now. I mean, it was a competition.
Yeah.
Friendly competition.
Friendly
you know,
okay.
Nobody was beefing. Nobody was, calling niggas out. It wasn't like that, man. Mutual respect for everybody.
Okay.
But it was competition. Even with the females.
Yeah.
Because it's only one number one spot, you know what I'm saying? And so it ain't like a male chart and a female chart. Yeah. It's competition with everybody. So it's like friendly competition. See who can make the best record.
Yeah.
Let's see who can put the best record out and how many people go grab it.
Sure.
That's what it was about back then,
Give me like two people that you didn't get a chance to work with that you wanted to work with, like dream collaboration.
Babyface, man. Again, Babyface. You know what I'm saying? Even being on this label, I never got a chance to do a record with him. Yeah. They had so much faith in me and Eddie that we could do it yourself. That we didn't need. But at the end of the day, man,
you still wanted it.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Babyface, man. Come on, man. Yeah. And then I wish I could have did something with R. Kelly, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
Like I think his musical genius is incredible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I agree with you, man. It's somebody out there that said you're one of her dream collabs. You know who that is?
Yeah, I do. Summer
Walker.
Summer, man. I love Summer, man.
How you feel when you heard that?
Amazing, man. Just to know that she appreciates my music. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful, man. Yeah. It makes me feel good, for real. I did my job.
And she just didn't say, yeah, I want to do a song with Donell. She said, I love Donell Jones.
Man, I love her too, man. Yeah. Honestly, man, like on some real shit, I would love to do a record with her.
Yeah.
I think it'll be incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I see we got the Karma remix.
Yeah, man.
Jacquees.
Yeah.
Dave Hollister.
Yeah.
Carl Thomas Correct. And man. So
and RL from there.
RL. Can't forget RL.
Yeah.
The Shy. Is that we still doing the Shy group?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't give you a date.
Okay.
I think it's more important for us to just get together and put a record out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just put a song out.
Yeah.
Let people hear our voices on a record together. I think that's more important than trying to think about an album right now. Because we all have 3 different careers. Yeah. We live in 3 different states. It's a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Yeah.
For those who don't know, the Shy is who's in the Shy?
Myself, Dave Hollister, and Carl Thomas.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Legendary.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got to get into it. Versus battle. I seen you had said that your ideal versus would be with Joe.
I would love to, man, because I feel like, well, let's make this clear. Joe has a lot more radio records than I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? So let's not. But I think record for record, I ain't scared of nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
I ain't scared of nobody. Yeah. My album cuts is better than some of these niggas singles.
Yeah,
you definitely
I'm
good.
Vibe.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You definitely vibe. One of my favorite songs, like, I have a lot of favorite songs of yours, but one of my favorite songs of yours is Love Like This.
Wow.
Like, from the beat to, like, it's just, I don't know. It just, that record speaks to me, I guess.
Appreciate you, man.
Just,
for real.
Did you write that record?
I did.
I did. Love that record.
Yeah, I did. Another one of them records, man, just going through some stuff, man, and just wanting to vibe.
Yeah.
And that record came about, Yeah.
What's your recording process like these days? Like what's some of your studio must-haves?
I'm chilling in the studio. I got my own little studio at the crib. You know, I record myself.
Yeah.
I like my vibe is more low key. Lights down, candles burning. I don't smoke no more. You know what I'm saying? So I might take me a little edible or something like that.
Yeah.
And just start creating. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. How have you been doing any recent collabs lately, or have you been writing for anybody lately?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I haven't written in probably about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
I kind of like to take breaks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, and just just refocus on something else, and then come back to it, so I can just feel like it's brand new again.
Yeah.
So I'm about to start getting back in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the bug.
Yeah. Out of all your albums, give me your favorite. Like,
damn, that's hard.
Like I know all of them your babies, and it's like picking a child.
It's hard because they all mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like they all have. I got a favorite song on all of them. But it's hard to choose.
Yeah.
It's really hard to choose, man, because they all mean something, and they all. I don't know. It's like a book. It's like a story of somebody's life on record. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was to play that first album to the last one, they could hear the story of where I came from and where I'm at. Like it's like my life on record.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite record on Journey of a Gemini?
Journey of a Gemini. Damn, that's hard.
I told you I was a fan, bro. I ain't gonna play.
Journey of a Gemini. My favorite. You know what? I'm gonna have to choose My Apology.
Okay.
Yeah, My Apology.
Great record.
Yeah, My Apology. Lust to Love. Spend the Night.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them. Love Like This. Not Love Like This, but I'm Gonna Be.
Yeah, I'm Gonna Be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah. So I know you do a lot of the records yourself, but who outside of yourself, who's one of them? Who's one of those producers who bring it out you? Like, me personally, I like when you work with Tim and Bob. I like when you work with
Tim and Bob. I mean, it's a different type of vibe, man. Like when I met Tim, I went in the studio, man. He played these records for me, man, and every record I heard, I wanted it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I want that. Yeah. I want that one and that one. And so so when we got in there, man, like the vibe was so dope that it didn't take us long to finish records.
Yeah.
And when you got that kind of vibe, is you the one. You know what I'm saying? And so we was like knocking records out like crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of records out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you the question. Maybe a year ago, Diddy made a statement about R&B is dead. How you feel about the climate of R&B right now?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't really got nothing to say about, how things are being done. Yeah. To me personally, I just think the subject matter could be better. Yeah. I think the tracks is dope, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's starting to sound a little bit the same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But still, I still feel like, it's some creative people out there doing some great things, like her.
Yeah.
Again, Summer Walker, Bryson Tiller, my man Jacquees.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like these, it's some great young people out there, man. And I'm missing a whole lot of people that I actually love. I just don't know the names
right now. Yeah.
But I don't knock none of the music, man. I just feel like maybe the subject matter could be better.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, what's not being heard? I'm gonna bring that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
if they want the '90s or a certain type of sound, I'm finna show them how to do that and like mix it all together, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got some new music.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Can we talk about that? We got dates and album names.
No, we got album name. The album name is Elevate.
Elevate. Okay.
And we don't have a date right now, but it's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I seen you and Jacquees got a good rapport.
That's my little bro, man. Yeah. That's my little bro.
Okay. So man, Jacquees is. I hear some of you in him with the music. I hear like a few cadences and like he has a '90s vibe to some of his music also. Cause I'm a Jacquees fan also. Mm-hmm. My brother Forte writes a little bit for him. So I salute that. Who else in music do you hear? Do you hear yourself in some of the R&B today?
I mean, I hear some of my melodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as I don't know. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, anybody who get anything from me, man, I just appreciate the fact that somebody has gotten anything from me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all music, man. I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't hear Michael Jordan. I mean, Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a full circle, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
And I know the boy Blast on the West Coast.
Yeah, he did something crazy too. Yeah. He took all this love and made it his own.
That was super dope. That was super dope. We're gonna take it back a little bit, man. We did that record with Pun, man. It's so hard.
Yeah, man.
I heard that studio session was legendary.
Off the chain, man. I mean, beautiful, man. I mean, Fat Joe was there, Eddie F was there. Like it felt like a party.
Okay.
First time I had been in the studio where popping bottles, we chilling, everybody's enjoying themselves. Yeah. It felt like a club atmosphere, except for we were recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I dig that, man. If you can put together your own tour with some of your favorite acts and go around this country and get the bag, give me 3 other artists you would want to go on this tour with you.
Joe. Mm-hmm. Genuine. Jagged Edge, Drew Hill. Case. Yeah.
That's
Next.
a tour.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I know you said subject matter is one thing we can expect different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And elevate. What else can we expect in elevate, man? We got any collabs? Any collabs we need to put in the universe?
I know who I want to get.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it to myself. I know who I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it.
It's gonna be dope.
I can't wait to hear it, man. Donell Jones. In closing, I hate saying to give your flowers. I feel like it's played out, but I just want to let you know that I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate your music. I appreciate you throwing your heart into your music because, you know, a lot of people just don't sing from the heart. A lot of people don't make music from what they feeling. And you do that, and I feel like I feel like today's generation, and not even today's generation, anybody making music, whether you rap, sing, or play the flute, you need to put your heart into it. Yeah. And I salute that. Any advice you would give an up and coming R&B singer right now and today that's in his basement making?
Well, I'm gonna start off
records.
saying this shit that like you said, anything you put your heart into, it's definitely gonna win. But you gotta believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta know. Yeah. Like you can't second guess yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of people out there that's gonna tell you that you can't do something, but you gotta put them aside and you just gotta keep going. You gotta put your head down, and it's what you do when nobody's watching. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you practice and you keep doing it, it's gonna always be better. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The more hours you put into something, the better you become at it. And so I would say, man, just, believe in yourself, know you got this, and study the greats. Find out why songs were #1 hits. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm finna put you on the spot before we go. Give me 5 albums that are important to the soundtrack of your life.
Damn.
We ain't got to rush.
That's a good one. Well, the one would be my album, Where I Want to Be. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
It's important. That's important to mine too.
That's important in my life because it kind of made me stand out and it made me who I am. But I was actually living that whole thing. Yeah. Michael Jackson, the Thriller album. Yeah. Very important to me, man. That album right there, man, like, it just showed me that you can make an album that you can play from the beginning to the end without skipping anything. Yeah. Babyface album, Tender Lover. You know what I'm saying? When he had that record, as soon as I get home from work. Yeah. And Where Will You Go? That was a dope ass album, man. Yeah. Like, for real. Like, that's one of those albums, man. It's well produced, sung his ass off. Yeah, it's a great album. Another one would be anything Isley Brothers, man. Anything the Isley Brothers did, man, was incredible. I can't even name an album, but anything they did to me was dope. Yeah. And a lot of you said 5, right? Yeah. Yeah. What's gonna be number 5? New Edition. The Heartbreak joint. When they had Can You Stand the Rain on there. And Boyz II Men on that record. Crazy, man. Boyz II Men, that record was
Johnny
sick.
sung that one, didn't he?
You know what? I can't. You know what? I'm sorry, man. I can't forget.
Go ahead.
I can't forget Forever My Lady, man, by Jodeci. That record right there, man. When that shit came out, I mean, them boys was like the Black Beatles, man. For real. Yeah. In Chicago, they was like crazy. Yeah. And back then, like, I was with my group back then, and it was either you wanted to be Boyz II Men or you wanted to be Jodeci. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to be Jodeci.
I'm glad you just said that name.
What I'm saying?
I asked everybody this question. I asked Ray Daniels this question, and I said, Boyz II Men in a versus battle, who you picking?
You say Boyz II Men?
And Boyz II Men versus Jodeci in a versus battle, who you picking?
Picking Jodeci, man. What y'all talking about?
Okay. Say no more.
I'm picking Jodeci.
I agree.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I can't take nothing away from Boyz II Men.
Hey, them dudes right legendary.
There, like, man,
amazing. But
for me, I'm on with, like, them guys look like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they from the hood. You felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciated Boyz II Men because they had some dope ass records, man.
Yeah.
Like, they had some real hard.
Amazing.
They could sing their fucking ass off.
Definitely.
But they was more like the preppy guys. You know what I'm saying? I was rolling with niggas with the combat boots and you know,
yeah.
the swag was different.
And the rain jacket.
The swag was different, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jodeci for me all day.
And speaking of you saying just like me, the first time I heard the unedited version of You Know What's Up, like I already liked you as an artist, but when I heard you say me and my niggas be rolling,
Oh yeah, for sure.
I said, oh, this my type of
Sure.
this my type of artist right here. This my dog.
Look, don't you can quote me on this.
Go ahead.
I'm probably the first R&B guy to say nigga on the record. Period.
I believe that.
Period.
Because at first I heard it on the radio and I didn't.
Because in the hood this is for my niggas in the hood.
Really?
That was in '96.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you couldn't say that shit on the radio, so I had to change it to, you know, this for the players in the hood. But it was this is for the niggas in the hood.
Wow. Yeah. Any rap features that you wanted and didn't get a chance to get? Because like it's in you. Like I wouldn't even say it's just hip hop.
I don't even know why. No, I don't want to say it because I still want to make it happen.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't want to say it because you don't.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, man, because I still want to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to throw it in the universe?
Huh?
Let's throw it in the universe, man. Okay, all right.
Drake.
I
gotta get Drake.
Drake, you hear that? Drake, you know.
I gotta get Drake.
Drake, you're an R&B head.
Sure, I gotta
get Drake. And let's make it happen.
I gotta get Drake.
Right here on Conversation with Omeezy, Drake.
Yeah.
You be in Atlanta. Gotta pull up on the homie, Donell Jones, man. Let's get it done. Donell Jones, thank you for your time. I cannot say it enough how honored I am.
Appreciate you, man.
Sit across from you today, brother.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, you always got a fan in me. And thank you for coming on Conversation with Omeezy.
Sir.
Y'all, please like, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. This has been another Conversation with Omeezy. Donell Jones, we out.